Hey, good morning. You're on the Robert Jeter Show, Blues in the News, coming to you live from Gotham City. Yeah, I'm back in New York City. So, I'm hanging around my old hangout here on 85th Street, where it leads into the park. In fact, I'm in the park right now, on Upper West Side. I'm just visiting. My wife had to come down to do some dental work. She started before when we lived here. So got to see my son, because my son's up here as well in Woodmere. I was interesting, the contrast, because my son lives in a pretty nice area. He lives in Nassau County in Woodmere. And, it seems pretty safe there. In fact, I read an article where Nassau County is one of the safest counties in the whole United States. And you know why, of course. It's obvious that all the officials there in Nassau County are Republican. Where here in Manhattan, of course, it's a different story. I haven't seen any muggings yet or killings or anything, but I did run into a soldier on the subway who said that he has just been called up to go to the Middle East. So I told him to kill some bad guys over there. And I showed him the high on my Jewish hat, baseball hat. I told him what side I was on, and he seemed to grin and said, "No problem, man." So the United States is involved, very much so. Maybe not involved the way they should be involved, but they definitely are pulling the strings from both sides. They are manipulating the whole Middle East conflict, as they try to manipulate everybody and everything. And of course, appeasement is the big military philosophy for the United States. They want to appease the Iranians. They don't want any more warfare. Of course, nobody wants people to die. But when you have such an evil enemy, the only way to get really rid of that evil is to annihilate it. But of course, the United States doesn't want to allow Israel to do any preemptive strikes. They only really allow them to strike back after they have been attacked already. So Israel's in high alert. The government has told everyone in Israel to have at least 4 or 5 days of supplies in their bomb shelters in case Hezbollah attacks with all their missiles, or Iran. But I think the United States is talking to Iran and making a deal they can't refuse. Give them some more billions and trillions of dollars so they can keep on building their nuclear arsenal. But how it's going to play out, nobody knows for sure. Some people say, let's just wait till Trump gets back in power. Hopefully he will get back in power, and then things will be sorted out then, and it'll be a more positive atmosphere for Israel to do what it needs to do. But of course, in Israel, you have problems too with the left, because you have a lot of woke generals. In fact, they're responsible for October the 7th. The Supreme Court there is bad. They never were able to get reform for the Supreme Court, so the Supreme Court more or less rules, and which is very much on the left, very woke. And in fact, there was a big case where I think it was 10 reservists in the Israeli forces were arrested because some big terrorist said, "Oh, I've been sodomized by these guys." So they arrested all these Israeli terrorists. And he said, "I got proof of sodomy." And what it was, he stuck his cell phone up his butt. And that was the proof. And anyway, so, all the families of the hostages and all the families who want revenge were, in front of the Supreme Court, in front of these people who were the leaders. I won't go into all the names and all the positions, but this leftist monopoly on the Supreme Court, and so they had to I think release a lot of these guys. Not all of them, at least a lot of them. So that's conflict between the left and the right everywhere you go in the world today, it seems like. And of course, the jihadists behind a lot of the violence worldwide. And it's just funny how the left, the woke, aligns with the jihadist. And of course you see how this is playing out with Kamala and her new VP, Timmy Waltz. How one day they'll say, no, we're going to talk to the progressives about an embargo of weapons to Israel, and the next day they say, no, we're going to do that. Or they just shut up and don't say anything. I mean, they're very scripted. They have to be scripted because they're afraid they're going to say the wrong thing. But we know for sure where they stand. And any Jew that votes for Kamala and Timmy are idiots. What can I tell you? They should have their Jewish tribe cards taken away. So anyway, here I am in New York City. Right now I'm right beside a jogging path around a big lake in Central Park. Probably the biggest body, maybe it is the biggest body of water in the park. Jackie Onassis Reservoir. I thought I was going to get a lot of rain, a lot of storm weather, and it's been cloudy, it's been sort of drizzly, but we haven't seen any really downpours, which is good. 'Cause I don't want any more downpours. And tomorrow's supposed to be very sunny, so that's a good deal. But I just started to get on my podcast. I'm doing this right from the phone, live from Gotham City, like I say, and just want to give a few comments while I'm here. Like I said, I'm not planning on going into the heart of the city. So, I mean, I would go, if I had the time, perhaps to Times Square and see all the craziness, but I don't think I really need it. I'm going to get back out to Nassau County pretty soon, where it's safe and more relaxed. So, anyway, I'll see you next time. This is Robert Jeter on the Robert Jeter Show, Blues in the News. Don't forget, love and peace is the answer, and hate is the enemy.